So, you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Or maybe you've already started and you're realizing, wait, why is this so much harder than I thought? Trust me, I wish someone had sat me down before I started and told me these things that I'm about to tell you. Because being a YouTuber, it's a wild ride. There's the algorithm, the endless editing, the random videos flopping for no reason, and don't even get me started on the cringe of watching your own videos. But don't worry, I got you, because in today's video, we're talking about the most important lessons that not everybody talks about so you can avoid the struggles, you can grow smarter, and actually enjoy creating content. So let's get into it because you need to hear this before you hit record again. Talking to a camera, editing your own videos, putting yourself out there. It's all weird at first. And you know that fear? The one where you imagine your high school or college classmates watching your videos and secretly roasting you in a group chat? Yeah, we've all been there. But the truth is, most people are too busy with their own lives to care about what you're doing. That fear of people secretly roasting you in a group chat, most of the time it's just overthinking. Sure, maybe a few people will watch and judge, but for how long? Probably for a few seconds before they move on with their own problems, their jobs, their relationships, their daily struggles. Nobody is analyzing your content as much as you think they are. And it's only cringy until you start growing and making money from content creation. And then suddenly, the same people who thought it was embarrassing will be the ones who'll tell you, wow, you're actually doing amazing. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't let the fear of cringe hold you back. At first, talking to a camera and seeing your face on a screen will feel weird, but I promise after doing it over and over, it just becomes second nature. And you gotta remember, confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So keep showing up, keep creating, and one day that cringe will be nothing but a stepping stone to your success. Okay, let's talk about something painfully real. Sometimes your best videos will flop and there's literally nothing you can do about it. You can spend hours scripting, filming, and editing and thinking, oh yeah, this one's gonna blow up. And then crickets. Barely any views. Meanwhile, some random video you threw together in 10 minutes, boom. That's the one that takes off. That's just how YouTube works. You know, the algorithm isn't some magical thing that instantly rewards good content. It's more like a giant machine that tests your video by pushing it out to a small group of people first. And if they engage with it, then YouTube pushes it out to more viewers. But sometimes, even if you do everything right, great title, clickable thumbnail, solid content, it just doesn't catch on. And you know what? That's normal. Growth on YouTube isn't a straight path. Some months you're gaining views and subs like crazy, and other months it feels like you're stuck. But instead of stressing over every video's performance, think long-term. Keep creating, keep improving, and trust that some of your content will take off over time. Because here's the thing, your videos don't expire. Something that you posted months ago could suddenly get picked up by the algorithm and start bringing in views. You never know. So the key takeaway, don't get too attached to the numbers. Just keep making videos you're proud of and let the algorithm do its thing. So you want a viral video? I get it. We've all had that daydream. You know, posting one video, waking up to millions of views, and suddenly becoming a full-time YouTuber overnight. But here's the truth that nobody really tells you. Going viral won't fix everything. Sure, a viral video can bring a wave of new subscribers, but if you don't have other good content for them to watch, most of them will never come back. A lot of people hit subscribe after a viral video and then never engage with your channel again. That's why you'll sometimes see creators with like 50,000 subscribers but struggling to get 1,000 views on their regular uploads. You know what actually helps long-term? Binge-worthy content. Instead of chasing trends just to go viral, focus on building a library of valuable, interesting videos. You want people to find your channel, love one video, and then fall into a rabbit hole watching more. That's how you build a loyal audience that actually sticks around. So instead of asking, how can I make a viral video? Start asking, how can I make content that keeps people coming back? Because in the long run, consistency will always trump one viral moment. Imposter syndrome is real, and it doesn't magically disappear even when you hit big milestones. You'd think that once you get monetized and land brand deals, you'd finally feel like an official YouTuber, right? Even after all that, I still catch myself thinking, am I even a real content creator, or am I just faking it and somehow getting away with it? And I know I'm not alone in this. Almost every creator, big or small, goes through the same thing. But here's what I've learned. Feeling like a fraud doesn't actually mean you are one. The fact that you're creating, showing up, and putting yourself out there already makes you a real content creator. You don't need a million subscribers or like a fancy plaque to prove it. Just keep going, because the only difference between a successful YouTuber and someone who quits is that the successful one didn't stop. Okay, there's this never-ending debate in the YouTube world. Should you focus on quality or quantity? Some people say post as much as possible, just keep uploading and you'll figure it out as you go. Others argue, no. Only post high-quality videos even if it takes weeks to make one. But in my opinion, when you're just starting out, you can't afford to lose both. You need all odds in your favor. If you only focus on quality and post once every few months, it's going to take forever to grow because YouTube favors consistency. But if you only focus on quantity and rush out a ton of videos without any substance, people won't stick around. That's why you need a balance. I personally recommend uploading at least once a week. But here's the thing. Don't just post for the sake of posting. Always aim to create something worth watching. I know it's a lot of work, but honestly, that's what it takes to succeed. If you can stay consistent with quality content, that's what will set you up for real growth and success in the long run. Ad revenue alone isn't going to pay the bills when you're just starting out on YouTube. Most small creators barely make anything from ads. Sure, you might get a few bucks here and there, but don't expect it to be a steady stream of income right away. That's why it's super important to have multiple streams of income if you want to make YouTube your full-time gig. Think about things like affiliate marketing, sponsorships, or even selling digital products. These can all bring extra cash while you're building your channel. You can't rely on YouTube ad revenue alone because the algorithm can be unpredictable, and even with consistent uploads, it can take some time before you see any significant payouts from ads. I personally make a few cents to about $2 every day just to give you an idea. But with a few other income streams in place, you'll have a more stable financial foundation while you grow your channel. Think of it as diversifying your portfolio. You don't want all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so everyone says niche down. And yes, having a clear focus for your channel is super helpful for growth. It makes it easier for viewers to understand what you're about and for YouTube's algorithm to recommend your videos to the right audience. But here's the thing, don't let your niche make you feel trapped. You can get super specific, but that doesn't mean you're stuck creating the same type of content forever. Yes, you want to stay consistent with your niche to build an audience, but don't forget to leave room for stuff that you actually enjoy making. Because if you feel like you're only allowed to make a certain type of video, it'll burn you out fast and make content creation feel like a chore. You know, in the beginning, I really struggled with this. When I shifted from making business-related content from travel content, I was scared that all I'd be making was Etsy videos. I thought I'd have to stop making vlogs altogether, which is my favorite type of content. But I was wrong. Turns out I can still create vlogs that tie into my niche and they're actually still getting views. So my advice, find a way to blend what you love with the niche you've chosen. You don't have to choose one or the other. Get creative and make it work for you. Brands want small creators too, as long as you've got an engaged audience. You don't need thousands of subscribers to land a brand deal. Even with under 10,000 subscribers, if your audience is genuinely engaged, brands will take notice. I learned this when I landed my first brand deal with only 700 subscribers, and I got paid $800 for it. It wasn't about the number of subscribers I had, it was about the content that I was creating and the relationship I had with my audience. So focus on creating quality content that truly connects with your viewers. When you have an engaged community, brands will see the value of working with you regardless of your subscriber count. So keep delivering great content and the opportunities will come. Haters and negative comments are part of the deal when you're a content creator. Some people will just not like your stuff, and that's okay. You could be giving people free gold bars and someone would still have something bad to say. It's frustrating, I know, but 99% of the time, it is nothing personal. It's just the internet being the internet. Welcome to the world of content creation. It's just part of the game. You can't have the good without the bad. Personally, I haven't dealt with much negativity on my channel because I've been lucky to attract some of the kindest people on the internet. So just remember that this is proof that there are so many wonderful people out there who will vibe with your content and support you. Out of 8 billion people in the world, there is no way no one will relate to you. That is just impossible. Someone out there will connect with what you share and you will find your people. You just need to keep showing up. I guess the real question here is, how badly do you want to be a content creator? Because if you're truly passionate about what you're doing, nothing, not even the fear of haters, should get in the way. Alright, let's talk about the trap that almost every creator falls into at some point. Comparison. Scrolling through social media, seeing other people's success and thinking, why am I not there yet? It's a one-way ticket to feeling discouraged and unmotivated. You see, the trap comes when you start comparing your progress by someone else's timeline. Here's the thing, everyone is on a different timeline. That creator you're comparing yourself to, they've probably struggled for years before getting to where they are now. You're only seeing their highlight reels. You're not seeing the late nights. You're not seeing the failed attempts and the moments of doubts they had along the way. So instead of comparing, focus on your own growth. Remember that the only person you should be competing with is yesterday's you. Being a content creator is hard work. Creating long-form videos on YouTube, even harder. When you're a one-person team doing everything, planning, scripting, filming, editing, it can feel overwhelming. And let me tell you, it's not all glam and easy money. If you're thinking YouTube is an easy way to rake in cash, boy, are you in for a surprise, because it is not. Trust me, there are much easier ways to make money online than doing YouTube. So if you're in it just for the money, you're probably going to burn out before you see any significant results. That's why it's so important to have a solid why for starting your YouTube channel, something much bigger than just chasing paychecks. Because when you're pumping out video after video and you're not seeing immediate results, you need a deeper reason to keep going. Maybe it's your passion for storytelling, or wanting to connect with an audience, or maybe just sharing your knowledge. Whatever it is, make sure it's something that'll keep you going even when you're not making a single cent. Trust me, you'll need that motivation to push through the tough times. I hope this video gave you something valuable to take away, whether you're just starting out or looking to level up your content. If there's one piece of advice I'd leave you with, it's this: keep creating. You never know which video will take off, and the only way to know is to keep going. So go for it. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And let me know in the comments if you have any tips for fellow YouTubers. I'd love to hear about your content creation journey. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!